Hello, everybody. My name is Sridhar Balasubramanian, but almost everybody calls me Dr. B, including sometimes my 15-year-old charming daughter, Meenakshi. And I serve as a professor at the UNC Keenan-Flagler Business School. I teach marketing and innovation and other related topics. I also have the privilege of serving as the Senior Associate Dean of our MBA programs. It's my pleasure to introduce this course to you. This course is titled Managing Modern Customers and Markets, and indeed that's what it's about. It's an overview of where marketing is going and what are some of the key topics that the marketing managers and other managers have to be concerned about when it comes to managing the marketplace and customers. One of the key things in this course is that it is very toolkit based. So as a professor, I'm interested in giving you some rich concepts to take away. Yes, I'm interested in that. But I'm even more interested in giving you useful and usable toolkits that you can use at work tomorrow, right? And that's actually my teaching specialty. And you'll find that this course is packed with such useful toolkits and frameworks. We will cover a range of topics in this course. We'll start off by talking about the evolving interface between marketing and finance, the notion of marketing assets and market-based assets, and how do you maximize the value of the customer to the company. We'll then talk about various market research techniques. How do we really get to know the customer? Right? So we'll empower you with a range of market research techniques and software that you can actually use to get to know customers better. We'll then move on to the very important theme of customer-focused innovation and growth. Most companies, when they think about innovation, the first thing they think about is the product or the service. But interestingly, the most powerful way to think about innovation is to first think about customers. So it'll give you a series of toolkits related to how can you drive customer-focused innovation and growth. For example, we'll cover the concept of the innovation radar. We'll cover the concept of systematically thinking inside the box or constrained innovation and so on. So very toolkit focused again. We'll then talk about the art and the science of value management. How do customers perceive value? How can we become experts at conceptualizing and measuring and communicating the total value that we are delivering to customers, right? And companies, interestingly, often don't do very well at that. We'll then talk about green markets and customers. We'll talk about the carbon footprint. How do customers react to the concept of green initiatives? How do they react to different kinds of green initiatives? And we'll conclude that section by giving you a powerful toolkit that you can employ to generate ideas for green initiatives within your company. Okay? And finally, in the last session, we'll wrap up with how do you design and implement a really robust market strategy. And we'll work through all the steps over here, doing more with less. We will review 8 tools that you can apply to understand customers and the marketplace better. We'll then talk about how do you enter specific marketplaces, what should be your mode of attack. We'll talk about how do you draw risk versus return curves, do the financial analysis to understand what's the best way to go to market. And finally, we'll talk about implementation, right? How do you execute excellently, much like Southwest Airlines, for example, does. So this is going to be a very active, robust, hands-on course that will ask a lot out of you, right, in terms of your thinking and in terms of your involvement. I'll make no excuses for that. But I do think that at the end of it all, you will walk away much enriched with a set of toolkits that you can use at work the next day. So folks, I really look forward to meeting you in the course. Take care and see you soon.